Okay, I hope my audio's better. Hi, Bruce. Hi, Destiny. Just going to go over these measurements real quick, show you an overview of the airplane. First thing I want you to look at is this cable for the ballistic parachute. There's going to need to be some relief there. It goes up the side of the windshield, comes up over here. I'll show you kind of where from the front of the pylon there. That's about where it reaches about a 6-inch gap there. Okay. Yep. So we went over dimension A was from the nose tip to the windshield base, okay, and A was 32 inches. Then 53 inches was B from the windshield slope, which was right here, same place we just left off. Coming up the windshield to the top of the windshield, you can see right in there is where I measured to. Okay, all right, so that was B. And then C was the pylon width. Now the pylon width, it's only about 5 inches wide, actuality. So you probably want to make that about 6 inches. So you got some room there. Okay, that's 6 inches. Then D coming in at 37 inches was the chord length. That I measured from where I left off over here on the windshield. Okay, and I came through and came back to where the pylon ends, right at this little cross part at the top of the back of the pylon, and that came in at 37 inches. I believe, yep. And so then dimension E from the tip of the nose alongside to the windshield corner, that was 55 inches, and that was measured from the tip of the nose here, all along the side here, to this part of the windshield right here, where it ends. You can kind of see it. And that was 55 inches. Okay, and then we had 31 inches from the fuselage width at the windshield, so from this side to the other side, right over there, straight across. That was 31 inches. And then dimension G at 35 inches was from the windshield. All right, and then I came across to the mounting strut. That was 35 inches. Then from the windshield aft upper corner, that was dimension H, is going to be from here, okay, and then down, and that came out to 36 inches. Right down there, you can see the wing connection. Okay, and we've got J, and J is from the strut to the base. So I basically measured from here. Oops, sorry. On the strut attachment, came across to here, and then went up to the base of the pylon, following that sewing path there. Okay, and that was J, and that was 52 inches. Then K was 26 inches, and that's from the top of the pylon, right here, downward to where that sewing meets where we're calling the base of the pylon. Okay, and that was 26 inches. And then dimension L is this guy over here. I put it on the same place as the end of the pylon, and we're calling that 12 inches just because it needs to overlap a little bit. And then we have M. M is from the base of the pylon here along the spine of the tail boom to here, and I call that, I believe, 46 inches. We'll also want another 17 inches up this way, Bruce. Looks like about 17, yeah, to cover and let it drip down here, maybe even tuck under there to cover this part of the vertical stabilizer that's already getting faded from the sun. Okay, and I think that was it. I know, oh, the end measurement was this one from here, where the vertical stabilizer meets that I called that 9 inches just so it would have some overlap. Oh boy. Okay, low battery getting there. Power off.